podcast still recording now.
Oh yeah, there was a network error. Please try again. Oh, it's back.
Oh, it is back.
Look at
Guess
Frankie.
who's back?
Like,
Back again.
But yeah, our stream
Green
was
Ravens.
completely offline.
Yeah, I noticed I noticed the chat, but I knew it was going to reboot, and I didn't because technically we're still recording a podcast. That's kind of just why I kind of went going.
oh, we can edit stuff like this out. It's fine. We can, yeah. It's all
So
good.
I was like, I don't want to interrupt Taz, but like
Oh
hands.
no. It's already back up anyway, so I wasn't worried.
Oh.
Yeah. We're
Was
good.
it our internet? Because I just realized I was like watching on Facebook and on Twitch, and I'm like on Discord, and I'm like, oh. And then Alex is probably uploading a video, and here we are both in the same space. Like, our Wi-Fi goes through so much, you guys. And let me tell you, we pay good money to have good Wi-Fi.
Hey man, you're getting your money's worth, and that's what matters, you know.
That's true.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to what Taz was saying though about these Pokemon situation. I wanted to tap your brain a bit. So I've never used Pokemon Home before.
Yeah.
And like I have like God knows how many Pokemon, and I'm like one of those like hundo dex people, like, you know, that's me. And so like and of course naturally I have a butt ton of Pokemon that are like super rare and awesome on Pokemon Go, that kind of stuff. But like, can you use this in the new one that's coming out? And like, how does that work? Just out of curiosity.
So
I'd love to hear that.
right now it's as updated up into Sword and Shield, so you could bring some of your Pokemon from Pokemon Go and the previous games into your home, which is like kind of like a bank. And then from home, if you have you can have home downloaded on your mobile device and your Switch. I'm wait till Pup comes back. Lit.
Speaking of that internet thing, there she is. Yep.
There she is. So you can have both the app on your Switch and your mobile device connected to your Nintendo account. And as long as like some of the latest DS games and then Sword and Shield, you can put those Pokemon into home, as well as Pokemon Go, I believe, and then transfer them. And you can even trade from Pokemon Home too. So there's that whole global trading center. And so you just kind of like push them over to Shield. I think it's like for if you have both and want both exclusives, it's easier to like do that from instead of like trading with two different Switches and two different games. Two kind of weird. Just kind of just import it and put it into another thing. It isn't updated for the latest game, but I believe it will be, and then eventually it'll go into Pokemon Arceus, which I don't know how that'll work because Pokemon Arceus is more of a like a prequel game, so I don't know if that's how that'll work, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
Gotcha. I mean, in your opinion though, like doesn't that kind of seem like cheating in a Pokemon game? Because like the whole thrill of Pokemon is starting with like just a starter Pokemon and then building up your decks and like making that epic team instead of just, yeah, I got this in a previous game and I just like took it from my bank. Like, you know, questions.
Well, like I think if you kind of reframe that exact thinking into like instead of a single game as opposed to your entire Pokemon history, and you reframe it that way, it's like, yeah, you did work hard for that. You shouldn't have to work hard again if you already have it. Here's Pokemon Home. There you go. There's a little boost to your latest game. Sure. Like I've traded like Pokemon like in sort like my Shining Pearl. I'm like, I don't really want to work hard to get an unknown, but somebody just traded it to me, so of course I'm going to take it. Now it's in my Pokédex. Easy. Done. Don't have to go in that cave anymore. It's useless. But yes, but I totally see your frame of thinking of like, it's about the thrill and like, ooh, brand new game, brand new world, brand new Pokemon. Time to go to work. But you've been doing the work for like 20 plus years, so.
Yeah.
These days don't know the struggle.
No, they
so
don't.
many things.
Nah, Puppet and I were talking about like OG Pokemon during her stream last Saturday, and like, you know, back when there was no color and us going through Pokemon,
or like a single color, just different shades.
Right? Yes. I know.
Which
I
I
remember when the
loved.
Game Boy Color came out and I was playing Gold version and I was like, Pokemon's in color. This is so cool because I had a Game Boy Pocket before then. I thought it was the coolest thing. Wow.
Yeah. But
Dating
I was
myself
totally gonna
right now.
call you out. I mean, we're all about the same age, I think. If
Yeah, that's true.
actually, you're the exact same age as me. But
Yeah. Yes.
yes, but I was totally calling you out on your theory about shiny Pokemon. This is taking a left turn, so y'all just cut me off because this is completely outside the indie conversation. But
Pokemon can be argued to be
It's-
an indie game, so.
Oh, that
There you
argument
go.
you have? Oh.
And if you all watching the stream would like to know why I said that, please visit our website for our previous episode of the podcast. I think it was episode 43, where we talk about what does indie mean, and you will understand why I just said that. Anyway, continue, Tanny.
nah, man, you heard it here first. Previous podcast with those educational facts, like that's what you need. So, episode 43, everyone.
Yeah,
But yeah.
episode 43, yes.
But no, you had a fantastic theory as to why shiny Pokemon are what they are. And I thought that was actually I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense to me. And again, we don't know if it's actually canon or not, but you know, the fact of the matter is it makes sense. So I would
Yeah.
love for you to share that with the listeners.
Sure.
I feel like you're gonna get a bunch of people being like, yeah, no, totally, like I was. So.
Right? I'm going to start, what is it called? An old wives' tale or something?
Oh
Like
yeah,
Mandela effect or I don't know, something. I'm going to start a rumor right now of Pokemon. Again, you can quote me, but make sure you include that I have no basis for why I'm saying this. It's a hunch. I got a hunch, okay? Here's my hunch. I think that if you look at shiny Pokemon, they kind of look a little dumb. I'm just going to be honest, okay? Some shiny Pokemon are just, it looks like somebody took the saturation and the contrast and kind of adjusted it just a little bit, and it doesn't make any sense. And here's my theory as to why it's like that. Because shiny Pokemon were first introduced in, let me adjust my glasses here. Shiny Pokemon were first introduced through the Red Gyarados in Generation 2 in Silver and Gold version, okay? And that was the first version where we had color, okay, on the Game Boy Color. And back then, they had a limited amount of colors that they could actually use. So you saw shiny Pokemon with these really, sorry, but crappy color schemes. And for some reason, I
dare
know,
you.
some reason, Nintendo stuck to that. Of all the things that they have changed over the years, they decided to stick to that. And we have shiny Pokemon that are these ridiculous, silly, dumb, lazy colors. So, yes, I just called Nintendo lazy.
I mean,
I mean,
I love you, Nintendo. I've always loved you. I've spent so much money on you.
yeah. It may be dumb, but I'm still gonna buy from you,
know-
and that is all they care about.
Yeah,
Let's just say that.
it's just legit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No
But
matter
I
what.
think that's fascinating. I think that's such a great theory because it makes logistical sense, from an artist standpoint, and
Right?
his origin story. So
You heard it here first.
here first on Game Raven Review Podcast, episode 49,
Yeah.
the
Thank
theory
you.
of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving
Thanks for
on.
bringing that up.
Yeah, back to Sam, who's the host, and we're totally
Oh, hey.
and there's me derailing everything. So
Tanny, you are a treasure. Someone who I wish to have on the podcast every week. Thank you
Oh.
for your presence and your time.
oh, thanks, mate.
Yes. And I'm completely unhelpful. I might be the editor-in-chief here at Game Raven, but I am one of the most distracted people, and I encourage the distraction, and thank God for Sam, and thank God for Sarah, by the way. Shout out to Sarah, who's our executive director. She reins me in and makes sure that I get stuff done. So thank you,
And
Sarah.
Taz over here, just
I'm just the chaotic neutral. I just kind of
Oh.
let it go
Yeah.
on.
I'm convinced Taz is playing another game.
I'm
Like,
playing
Taz is just-
Konosuba, dude.
Right. What did I say? What did I say? He's currently playing
I'm
something
playing the
else.
best gacha game of all time, dude.
Oh my god. Yes, we're talking about you, Sarah.
May or may
So,
not have debated playing Fire Emblem Heroes. Not gonna lie.
I played that
Nice.
on launch like years back, and it was a good game. It was good.
Apparently they added a lot. Like
Yeah.
I just got in, and like there's so many mechanics on like really like the meta
Mhm.
and like the tier list if you're like trying to do raids and stuff, and like you like the Final Fantasy world and that turn-based tactical strategy stuff. Like I was like, yeah, this feels like Final Fantasy, even though it's a mobile game. I was like, okay, the stories are crap, but the game itself is good, and I like waifus and husbandos, and the game gives me waifus and husbandos in seasonal attire, and I'm like, what more
that's
could
the
you ever
best.
want?
It's my favorite
Right?
part. Love
Right?
it.
Getting that like limited edition suit, you're like, yes!
Yeah.
Oh man, that's just a wonderful conversation we can have later.
Sam's like,
Almost
yeah, no.
9 o'clock here. But hey, thank you all for your comments and wonderful conversations. And we'll be right back with the question of the week. And welcome back to the Game Raven Review podcast with the question of the week. Every day in our Discord, we post a question just to kind of see where everyone's head's at and kind of see what anyone's opinion is on any kind of subject. If you would like to also join our Discord, please go to GameRavenReview.com, and a link to our Discord will be right on the page. It literally says the word Discord. The question that I pulled for this week, actually that might change. Anywho, Discord will be there somewhere. But the question I pulled for this week is, do you hoard consumables or do you use them as soon as you get them? Taz, I would like to start with you.
Horde.
You're asking a Gosha player.
Isaac, yes.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. Can I back up? Can I back you up a little bit, Sam?
Yeah.
I was we were talking about playing games while this is happening, and I'm working on my Christmas present for everybody that has to do with
Oh
Pokemon.
my god.
Oh, wait. Also, that's
So-
important. That's important. Martha said she wanted to change her Pokemon to something else,
Yes,
but she didn't say what
texted
it
me.
was. She did. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
She got it. Yeah, we're all good. Yep. Anyway, can't wait to share with you all what I'm working on. But anyway, here I am, the best leader in the world, so engaged. Sam, I heard you say about Discord on our website changing. Did you say something about that just now?
He
Yes.
did.
Didn't you say you're going to
Cool.
change it?
Yes, I did. It is on the front page of our website. So if you want to re-say that, that would be so great.
Also, thanks to
did.
GTB. GTB's the one who brought that up to me.
Hey, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
So is it just the? Okay, I'm sorry. Is it going to be the words or the logo? Because I see it says Discord here. Is it just going to be the word Discord here?
Oh, it should say join our Discord in a button.
I'm just looking at the very top of the page right now.
Uh-oh. It's there in the words, and
I
then
see
I
it
also
here.
have
Discord here.
front
Okay.
page like join our Discord.
I got you.
And if yeah, hey Tanny, you want to hang out at some point and just talk about some of these things?
Yeah, totally. Let's just get a whole bottle of wine and like sit
I
down
know.
Hey,
and just like go through it. And I mean, this is a Wendy's. Sorry, there's no wine at Wendy's.
Oh, sorry.
only the cool Wendy's have one.
Only the I can't
It's like
tell
the
you.
spiked punch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Taz and I might have had wine in Wendy's many times. Wine in Wendy's Wednesday.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
a new
Like
podcast
it.
in the brewing. Wine in Wendy's Wednesdays. That's a fucking. That's a
Try it again.
mouthful.
Come on. I believe in you. Try it again.
We the stream crashed earlier, so we got another round.
Yeah,
That was
I was forgiven.
Yeah,
Have
you were
another
forgiven.
free.
Yeah, you had another
Oopsie.
freebie because this is a new
Yeah.
stream. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Sam. Wow.
Oh, no, we're fine. So I will start over.
Okay.
I'll start over. So again, more silence. And welcome back to the Game Raven Review podcast with our segment question of the week. In our Discord, we post a question every day just to kind of see where everyone's head's at and see what their opinions are. If you'd like to join our Discord, please go to GameRavenReview.com and a link will be right on top of the page for you to join. The question I pulled for today is going to be, do you hoard consumables or use them as soon as you get them? Taz, we're going to start with you.
Definitely a hoarder. Had about maybe 300 wheels of cheese fighting Alduin in Skyrim. Didn't use one. Because I didn't know if there was a second boss sequence or what. Like, you never know. That's kind of the mentality. It's like, ooh, what if it's like part 2? Don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste it. You know. Exactly. Yeah, I'm rocking that cheese and cabbage. Way better than health potions and cheaper. Or you can get more of them too, and they're lighter in weight. So there you go. But yeah, if I see that in a game that like, ooh, this item looks cool, but it says like it's a consumable or I can't like reuse it. I rarely use it because it's like, I don't know. I can sell it. I'll sell something more than I will use something in terms of health or equipment or whatever. So that's kind of my mentality, really. You're muted.
Oh, I had to blow my nose. Puppet.
Aw, I wanted to hear that.
All right.
No.
All right.
You know what? If you would have done that, I would have sampled that sound.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. Service extreme right there.
Yeah, and on it would have been a reward on our Patreon. Get a recording of Sam blowing his nose.
Why do we not have this Patreon
remix? Because I've been really into Christmas trap music recently, so it would have been. It's sorry. I'm it is like almost my bedtime, so I'm sorry. We're getting a little loopy. You can go ahead and ask me again. Sorry.
No problem. Puppet, how about you? Are you hoarding those consumables or are you just guzzling them down?
So it depends on the context. More than likely, I am hoarding my consumables because I play a lot of survival horror games, and I am always afraid that if I use it now, I won't have it later. Except for if I'm playing, again, another game that is most likely a horror game, and I want to save all the time, and I need to consume some kind of consumable to save, I use those up all the time because I'm so afraid that I'm going to get into a position where I'm going to wish I saved. And it kind of is shooting myself in the foot a little bit, sometimes literally, when I do that, but, you know, there you go. That's me.
Panic.
Yeah, it depends on the game, really. Like gacha games, for example. Genshin, I'm using everything like all the time because like I got, you know, X characters that I want to level up, that I want to be usable in great spots. So, like, I'm using those wits, that money, those artifacts, like, everything as quickly as possible. Especially, like, pulls, like, having the wishes in Genshin. Like, refraining from pulling for new characters is painful. And so, like, on Fire Emblem Heroes, for example, I've been hoarding most resources, except for the orbs to do pulls, because, like I said, refraining from pulling for new character is painful, and it is an impossible thing for most gacha players, unless like you're super hardcore and waiting for like one banner or another with a special character. I don't know how Taz feels about that, but either way. So pulls is kind of like, I need to pull. And then like some of the other resources, I'm like, well, is this the character that I use this on? Or maybe not. But then I'm just like Puppet and like survival games where it's like, if I use this now, I won't have it for later. and maybe later there's like this really hard part, and then by like the time I'm done playing, I'm like, I still have this like super XL potion of some kind in my bag that I've never used out of fear of not having it for when I need it, and then I never used it. So, like, for example, like Skyrim, I was like hoarding everything. Like that was just I was picking up everything, did not matter what it was, and I was hoarding it. I was over encumbered so much in that game. It is painful how many times I have walked miles back to a town just to not sacrifice the loot that I have picked up. Anyways, so yeah, it really depends on the game and the type. So
I'm pretty much the same. I'm more of a hoarder. Like I hoard. I am the person who, in a was it Demon Souls kind of thing, where you have like those spots where I can heal myself. It's like, well, I don't want to use my consumables. I can just heal myself there. But that monster I just beat is like right down the street, and I have to go back that way, and they'll respawn, and I have to fight them again. I guess I'll just fight them again. Or you use a consumable, it's like, yeah, I have my full health again. Oh, just got hit. Decknap. And then it's like, well, now I have the big boss, or like you get the boss fountain. And it's like, well, this boss fountain seems important. I'm gonna have to fight this person. I wish I had those potions I used a room ago now. And it's happened too often now that it's like, no, I'm just gonna keep these. Like, I'm just gonna die. Like, it's okay. Like, because if I die, I get my items back. Like, that's my thinking. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep these. If I don't use them, I know I have them. If I do use them, they're for a good reason, like a boss, and not because I fell off a cliff by accident because I rolled too many times. That Jedi fight in Orlin, I might have fallen a few times.
Yeah, I'm totally like that too. With healing though, like if I can heal and not use a potion, I will trek so far all the way back through just to heal instead of using this potion. Yeah, I am so that way. And then sometimes when I get back, it didn't matter anyway because I have the same amount of health because I lost it somewhere along the way getting back.
Like, dammit, I killed you. I didn't kill you though. I'm so sorry.
Oops. Oh, you respawn after? Oh, oops.
yeah, oops.
Alpha Vengeance, are you? Like, what was it? Which one was it? The Lord of the Rings game, Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow, yeah.
Where they had like, when it had like the like rival system, where like if you would kill a guy, he would just come back and be like, I remember when you took my eye. Or if he beats you, they would get like a promotion. Like if they're a lower grunt, they'll become like a supervisor.
Oh shit.
That was a great game.
It was.
Yeah, I liked it.
I love that kind of system of just like, nah, man, I remember what you did to my brother though. Vendetta. I want games to do that more. But also things that I would just keep of just potions and things to heal me because I'm like, something's gonna hit, some arrow's gonna hit me when I'm running. Like
arrow to the knee. What's up?
Like I need that. Run. But yes, thank you all for your answers. And if you, dear listener and viewer, would like to answer said questions, please go to GameRavenReview.com and link to our Discord to be right there for you. And we'll be right back with our main segment. Be there. So, how are we, again, sausage being made here, how are we doing this? Because are we looking at the trailers as well? Said yes.
Well, totally up to you. I know it is already past 7 p.m. So if we want to save time, we don't have to, but we can post links in the chat about, if Sarah's still here, if she's willing to post links in the chat for these games so you can look at the trailers on your own if you're watching live. We will also be posting an article and editorial on GameRavenReview.com when we post this podcast. So I'm kind of leaning toward just letting people see them on their own. As much as I would love to react to them, we have goofed around too much.
We done goofed.
We done goofed.
I feel like it has nothing to do with like setting up the stream because it took like 45 minutes to kind of get that going. So
That's
it was
true,
it was a mix of things.
Guys, do I see your games here? Am I missing you?
I haven't put them down yet,
Okay.
but
gotcha,
I
gotcha.
can
Okay.
if that's helpful. I might just do
No, I
that
just
now.
didn't see it. I was like, I would make sure I wasn't missing it.
Oh, no, you're good.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely write it down because we have to yes, we have to put together an editorial on this, kind of similar to what we did for our other showcases.
Are we doing
Okay.
like one person's one game and then the other person are each doing one, or are we gonna like do all that we have listed at once?
Would it be quicker for us all to do it at once?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll just go in the order that's here, which has like issue at the bottom.
Yeah. Totally cool with that.
Cool. All right. And we will start. Yes, I am counting in my head when I do the signs. And welcome back to the Game Raven Review podcast with our main segment talking about the Nintendo Indie Showcase that I believe happened on the 15th of December. And, well, it was a showcase of indie games coming to Nintendo. So basically, we're going to go around, talk about the games that we liked, what piqued our interest, and also in the descriptions, we will be putting the links for each game as well. So if anything sounds up your alley, you'll be able to research that. You can get it for your Switch. And Tanny, we'll start with you. What games do you? Oh, that words. Tanny, what games do you have?
Oh my goodness, am I first?
You are
Okay.
first on the list, yes.
How I am. So yeah, I have like three that I was like super into. The first one is Dungeon Munchies, which that's the game that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to be writing a review for. Trying to finish it though before writing that thing, because that's what you're supposed to do. So like we'll see. Hopefully I get that sooner rather than later in the next few days, but dependent on finishing game, we'll see. But just really overview in that sense. It's been out on PC, but this is now just ported over to Switch, and it came out on the Switch the exact day that the showcase happened. So I was like, yo, I am going and getting this right now. And so like there's a lot of crafting components. Actually, the game is primarily focused around crafting. It's like your objective is to increase your cookbook. Long story short, you are a zombie that has been created by a necromancer, and they have been creating zombies for quite a while, in search of one that can be their disciple. And so as you go through the tutorial, it's teaching you all these different mechanics that you have to like do, like, it's a platformer, like very if you like Metrovanias, you'll like this game type of thing. But anyways, so like, yeah, so it teaches you all these mechanics as you go along, but the context is apparently there was no zombie smart enough to get past all the editorials, so you are the first one that has been smart enough to do it. And the writing is very cheeky in the game, so I've been having a lot of fun with that. But it's nice though, because they have a mechanic where you're learning these recipes and you have this bar of where you can actually have like new recipes put into it. And those new recipes are basically like stats and buffs and stuff. And so, like, for example, one of them is like you make a certain thing out of a mosquito, and that mosquito gives you double jump, like that food that you have on the bar. So then you get double jump. And so you get different abilities, and you can customize your character to however you like to play, or whatever boss you're trying to fandangle, a win for. And so, yeah, there's that aspect. Then there's also weapon crafting. So it has those two. Anyways, it's been a lot of fun. It is out already on the Switch. So if you like that type of game, you are a Metrovania lover, and you like some dark, witty humor and crafting, probably a good pick for you. Second on my list is one that I'm actually super stoked for, and it's called Sea of Stars. And this was, I think, the first one showcased on the direct. I may be wrong. I could possibly be very wrong. But anyways, it's definitely one of those games where I'm like, yes, I am here for it. I am all about this. Let's go. Lots of Chrono Trigger vibes. I'm fairly certain the OST has some relation to Chrono Trigger to some degree. I can't remember. I might be, completely getting that wrong. But from what I remember, there is. But either way, it's a turn-based RPG that's inspired by classics. So it does really have those feels. It's engaging from like the play style because like they kind of mix it up. It's not just like your typical like briefly default, for example, that kind of combat system, or strat combat systems or anything like that. It looks like it's more diverse, even though it's turn based, like the environments. But again, like I haven't played it, right? It's not out yet. But like from what I could tell, it looks pretty good. And like it seems very fluid in terms of movement. The art style is really awesome. So I'm really excited, hopeful that it's like, one of those worlds that you really fall in love with and get in. And like, as a JRPG lover, I feel like the game will speak to those people as well. But again, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be, but it looks fantastic. And it is definitely on my radar and wish list. It says holiday 2022. And I'm like, what? So is that a year away? Because that makes me sad. Or is it like January, So I'm like, Nintendo, help me out, like give me some love, holiday love. But anyways, I'm probably sure it's December next year. But either way, looks good to keep your eyes on. And the last one that I had on my list was After Love EP. And this is by the creators of Coffee Talk, if you guys have played that. And it feels very, very much the same from what I've seen in the trailer in terms of that relationship building aspect through the graphic novel type gameplay. It looked like there was some like rhythm mechanics because it seems musical based. One of those slice of life type of games that really touches on a lot of different, real life stuff that's really hard to navigate through. And it's probably going to make me cry when I play it. It like will most likely probably die.
Oh.
Make me cry. But like, yeah, so there's other aspects to it. So apparently it's like a dating sim too, and I'm here for that. Like I like a good dating sim, not gonna lie. Like, the weeb in me is all about that hakuoki, gotta get those folks, but but yeah, so the art style is beautiful. It looks very hand drawn, and gentle and soft. That kind of like really relatable art style. So, I am definitely going to pick that guy up. And it says summer of 2022. So I'm really hopeful for that. I'm sure we'll see possibly some more for this game at like the during summer when there's a lot of directs happening. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, those are the 3 games that really like jumped out at me and that I'm really excited for. So
very nice.
Yeah.
And to answer your question about Sea of Stars, the composer, whose name I'm going to butcher, but I'm going to try my best, Yasunori Mitsuda, is a composer from Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and the Xenoblade series.
Aha! See, I knew it was something along those lines, but me remembering any of that, sometimes those things go whoop, right over my head. So thank you for answering.
You're very welcome. And I guess I am next with my games. One of the games that was part of the indie showcase was River City Girls 2. River City Girls 1 is pretty much very similar. It is a beat 'em up. And let me just read a little splurge they have here. River City Girls 2 is an upcoming game developed by Way Forward Studios and published by Arc System Works, the same people who are doing that fighting game I talked about earlier, and they do a lot of fighting games in general. It is a direct sequel to River City Girls. It brings back all previous playable characters, as well as adding brand new ones, and it is slated to come out on pretty much everything, including the Switch, summer 22. Um, the first River City Girls is awesome. I love beat 'em ups. I love beat 'em ups that I don't know, it has like a flavor to it, right? Like to me, and again, it's very anime influenced too, for that matter. So like, if you give me like anime girl with sword and eye patch, yeah, I'm here for that. Don't put him in a suit. I'm really here for that. Like, I'm just gonna like, what are you guys doing over there? I'm gonna check out what y'all doing over there. And it's kind of the flip on its head for the first one, where of course the girls aren't damsels in distresses, the boyfriends are because they got kidnapped, and it's like, oh, we gotta go get them out of detention or whatever. And is it big and wacky? Yeah. Is it fun? Absolutely. And with the new game, they mentioned having co-op because you can't play as two players. You can also play co-op online, which is helpful because, like I said earlier, there's still some things out there that maybe you don't want to go outside. You don't have to go outside. You can be insides like we always like to be as gamers and just play online with your friends. I think that's a wonderful inclusion for the game. Again, the character designs for everyone is awesome. It is also voice acted, which is not something that you'll see in beat 'em up games a lot, but the voice acting also is very much like anime-ish kind of thing, which again already draws me in as being the weeb that I am, and I just enjoy that world a lot. So to get to see it again with more levels, again, people already kind of knowing a little bit about River City Girls, so it now has a little bit more hype behind it, a little bit more money behind it, and you can see it in the trailer. So I'm really excited about River City Girls and to be able to fight once again to get my boyfriend back. um, but yeah, it's going to be on pretty much everything: PC, PlayStation 4 or 5, Switch, of course, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series. Because, of course, making X and S's the same thing makes all the sense. Um, the second game I have, I've just noticed, is not going to be on the Switch, so I'm going to skip it. It is a game that I'm looking forward to, but I guess I got fooled by the internet or my eyes got crossed because I've been trying to search this game and everything it says is that it's only coming to Steam. So I guess I got confused. It happens when you're my age. But that was the game that I saw on the Nintendo Indie Showcase. I really enjoyed. Again, River City Girls Summer 22. Again, I hope you guys would also want to play it because if you like beat 'em ups, this is going to be right up your alley. Oh, and next we have Puppet. Puppet, what are your games?
Yeah, so I had two games that caught my eye. Well, I had more than two, but I'm gonna keep it to two. The first one, I was actually really excited about this game because I have been looking for a game where my little sister and I can play together. If you guys know my little sister, Little Forest Faye, she's a part of Game Raven here. And she has streamed before and is going to be jumping back in again. I love her very much, and we have not had a video game that we've played together in a long time. So when I saw this video game, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And it's called Alicia, the Oblivion of the Twin Goddesses. And it's by _enjoy brick and published by P-Cube. And it is a beautiful fantasy adventure about these two twin girls, Alicia and Aisha. And Alicia is an emotional journey into this unknown place with very unique gameplay. And this is why it also kind of caught my eye. Apparently, it was built specifically around the Nintendo Switch and has really unique like hardware features. And what I mean by that is like one player can either play on the TV or in handheld mode, and each player has a specific like piece of information that they have to share with the other, so they're seeing different things, and I love games like that. And it also has diverse endings too, which is another factor that I love a lot. So basically this game is just, I'm just very excited for it. It looks beautiful. It's something I can play with my little sister, and it has, really interesting and unique gameplay. I think they also use motion control, which I have a mixed, relationship with motion control in general. I think about Skyward Sword, but we've come a long way since then, so we're going to see how that goes. But overall, it looks just beautiful. So that's my first game. And that is coming out in spring of 2022 for the Nintendo Switch. My second game that I'm looking forward to is very interesting. It sounds intense. It's called Endling Extinction is Forever. Another gorgeous game. I love the art style here. And it's about a mama fox, and it looks so cute. But after reading about it a bit more and seeing the trailer, there is a lot to this game emotionally, and the story is super intense. So you're this mother fox on Earth, and your cubs, you have 3 of them, and you need to take care of them to survive this world that is slowly destroying itself. And you have to feed them, and you get to watch them grow, and you see how each of them develops into like different personalities. And along the way, you're discovering that like the human race is corrupt. I know, right?
Shocker.
Didn't guess that. And it's polluting and exploiting resources in the natural environment around you. And basically, you are just fighting extinction as this fox. And it looks adorable, but those are some really heavy topics. And I love games like that. I love the depth. And also the contrast of like the cute art style with the depth of the story and the seriousness of, what that story is. So it looks amazing and wonderful. It's coming in spring of 2022. And it's not just coming on the Switch. It's also going to be released on Steam, Epic Store, PS4, Xbox One as well. So those are my 2 games.
Very nice. And Taz, what games do you have?
Yes, these games are very different from one another. My first one is Gerda, A Flame in Winter, set to release in 2022. No specific season. Developed by Porta Play. Not much information on those cats that I could find, but published by Don't Nod Entertainment, which have been involved in Life is Strange 2, some other games like that. And Gerda is quite like those kinds of games. Narrative-based, conversation-based. It's an adventure role-playing indie game. Your protagonist is Gerda, living a quiet life in a Danish village, very tiny Danish village, during the World War II occupation. So with that, if you know the history behind that, rough out there for those cats. It's cold, it's freezing, guns ablazing in the distance, scary all the time, just trying to live your life, protect your family, just kind of try to live the best you can. And you kind of just, upon reading it, it seemed like you're just trying to get by. There's no set plot or conflict yet. The conflict could be the world around you. But in the game, once the game gets closer to release, there probably could be more of a unfolding of what the plot's going to be like. But what caught me about this game was the art style. It looks very like it's as if someone took pixels and then just brushed it over with watercolor. You know what I mean? Like that kind of canvas. Very beautiful, very simple, but like especially when it comes to like the environment on the outside. It's snowy, it's cold. I look at the picture, I'm like, it's freaking freezing. I'm cold. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not even there. Um, but it just looked interesting, and there are some like top-down gameplay aspects when you're kind of going through rooms, but there's the outside when you're talking to people. And it kind of just it's all about a mix of exploring, dialogue options, and resource management and relationship management, because we all know if we have played Life is Strange and things like that, being friends or not being friends with a specific person can either help you or hinder you. And all you're just trying to do is protect your loved ones. So not a whole lot on this game at the moment, but I'm glad it was featured in Nintendo Indie World. Love that. Love to see that. So I'm looking forward to seeing more on this game, because I do like those types of games. Decision-based gaming is definitely something I thoroughly enjoy. And that was Gerda, A Flame in Winter. Second game is a completely different game. It is called Parkasaurus. This game is developed by Wash Bear Studio. Those cats at Wash Bear, it's two people in Canada, and that's kind of far north somewhere in Canada. Two best friends, made this game. I think this is our only game so far. It's also published by them as well, and it's actually out on Steam at the moment, but it will be releasing in spring 2022 on the Switch. And Parkasaurus is a dinosaur tycoon builder. So if you liked Roller Coaster Tycoon and all those kinds of, even like, was it Zoo Tycoon or something like that? Very similar. If you're familiar with those kind of city management games, simulation strategy games, you're going to love it. What caught my eye about this game was looking through the screenshots. I noticed a dinosaur with a beanie on, and that's what really grabbed my attention, because I love seeing it. Like, I love it. It's adorable. It's so cute. I love it. It's awesome. It's hilarious. And I think it'd be a great game. It's already on PC on Steam, but I think it'd be hilarious to kind of take this on the go with you on the Switch and kind of take care of your dinosaurs, take care of the crowds. It's like Jurassic Park without the screw-ups, without the bad things happening. And so if you're familiar with Tycoon games, it's fully customizable. You gotta build from the inside out. You kind of have to build cages for these specific dinosaurs, make sure their habitats are all nice, feed them well. It looks like on the screenshot here, their care. So it looks like they have basic food needs, and you probably have to deal with like herbivores and carnivores. How much love you give them, how many gifts you give them, much medicine you give them, and really take care of these dinosaurs, while also taking care of the patrons here in your little dinosaur zoo. And I've seen a lot of like dinosaur type like strategy simulation games. I've never been like as like invested, mostly because those games are typically like hyper realistic. So you are working with more of a kind of Jurassic Park feel. This one feels more lighthearted, more fun, more friendly, more just like colorful, cartoony. Not to say those games are bad, but this one definitely just kind of it just kind of brings you in with the sense of, oh, I'm dealing with dinosaurs, as opposed to like, oh crap, I'm dealing with dinosaurs type situation. Because in those games you have like electric fences and stuff. This one, they're just rocking little cages, some trees here and there, some fences. No big deal. They all have a smile on their face. They're all just chilling with their little beanies and stuff. And again, that will be available for the Switch in spring 2022. It is available now on Steam.
Very nice. And Tanny.
Me?
Yes. You have not gone, have you?
Oh no, she
I
did
have.
at the beginning. Yeah.
Good. That's
That
right.
was the
Oh, we're
first one.
done.
I was
Oh.
like, excuse, hello?
No, you,
You
no, I got
You
mixed.
threw me in with the.
I can keep going if you
Go
want.
again.
Like,
Go
I could,
again.
you know, like,
Go
why
again.
not?
Do all the
Say
games.
everything
You know you
over
have
again.
more.
All right, round two. Here we go.
Round 2.
No, I got mixed when you left because in my head I was like, okay, well they left. I'll come back to them when they get back. And I'm like, that's not what happened. I'm tired. I just.
Yeah, not quite. Not quite. But that's
It's
okay.
alright. It's alright. Taz was last. I even said that out loud. It's fine.
It's Monday.
It is.
All
Monday.
good.
Just
Yeah.
started the week. Bright futures ahead, I'm sure. All right, so. All right, and thank you, Taz, for those games. And again, like mentioned earlier, we will be linking these games in our podcast description. If any of these sounded up your alley, check them out. But that will be the end of this podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I have been your host, Sam. You can find me on all platforms under Sam Said It DFW. And again, I am your wonderful host of the Game Rave Review podcast. Taz, where can you be found?
Yes, you can find me at TazTDevil3 on all the social medias. I do stream for the Game Raven Review channel, Twitch channel, Monday nights at 7 p.m. I don't think I will tonight, mostly because long week, Christmas week, charity stream week, and I still have my own work that I have to do. So I'm going to take as much self-care rest tonight as possible. But normally I will be available on Twitch. Again, Monday nights, 7 p.m., as well as being a host for the Raven Party Game Raven stream on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, playing multiplayer games with some Ravens or some folks that want to join. So if you are interested, please feel free to let me know, and we'll run a game. We'll run one together.
All right, Puppet.
I am Puppet Master N. That's Puppet Master EN. I've been.
Oh no. Bye-bye.
Okay, apparently Discord did not want me to introduce myself because it was fine for the longest time up until then, and it's like, oh, can't share.
We're good. We're good.
Okay, let me start over. Ready? I am Puppet Master N. That's Puppet Master EN. And recently I've been called Puppet Masterin, which is fine too. Totally fine. All good. I am here on Twitch under that name, and I stream 5 days a week in the morning time, so 7 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. And then I stream on our Game Raven Review channel on Saturday nights. And I'm also on all the socials under Puppet Master N.
Nice. And Tanny.
Yeah, so I am Tanny. The full name is Tanny Urs. That is me. Same name on Final Fantasy, by the way. Tanny Urs. Last name Urs. But, fun facts. Anyways, but you can find me on Twitter and YouTube, specifically as Revel Geekdom. And I am here on the Twitches, the Instagrams, and the TikToks, all under Tannyers. So that's TANNYERZ. I liked to think I was a regular streamer until my life became so chaotic that I barely have time to stream. So I am one of those pop-up streamer individuals where if I have time, I'm gonna do it. So, if I have a schedule at some point, you'll know if you're there. But otherwise, keep your ears popped, and you'll see me possibly on the strams at another time.
And the best way to know if, again, Tanny is streaming is to follow and have those notifications on.
Yeah. That's that thing, that nice little follow button. It does wonders.
And it's free.
Oh.
Great minds think alike.
Mm-hmm. And also, if you want to follow someone, as always, you can find Game Raven on Twitter and Twitch at Game Raven Review and GameRavenReview.com. And join our Discord as well. A link is right there on the page. And by the time this is recorded and out, we will also be going through our 24-hour live stream. So again, if you're listening to this podcast, we're probably still doing that. So stop on by, say hello, and donate if you can. But until then and until next time, have a fantastic week. Goodbye.
Dun 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 dun.
Are you
Did
gay?
we want to wish people a happy holidays?
Happy
I think we do that.
holidays! Yes. What did we say?
I can do
Christmas?
that.
I
All right.
mean,
I can go back and do that again.
just Merry Christmas and a very happy holidays.
Yeah. All right.
Because, you know, festive spirit. Remember we're all
festive.
platted and Christmased, except for Taz, he's just platted.
Oh,
Plaid.
that's a
Oh, Christmas. Okay. He did
Rude.
go Christmas.
Rude.
Never mind. Okay, listen,
Oh.
he didn't have a Christmas background like we all did, so
Oh, the socks. Oh, feet on stream. Feet on stream.
Rude.
listen.
Premium. Probably
I'm
see
sorry.
nothing.
mine.
Probably see nothing. There is nothing happening. You have no legs. You are a
I
ghost.
have no
Remember
legs.
how I was saying, like, those feet pics? Like, Taz is gonna be a #1 feet pic request,
You're
just
welcome.
saying.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's true.
All the money.
All the money.
All right, I'll do the ending one more time, and I would also like it. Everyone also did like a, happy holiday year, kind of thing as well.
Yeah, okay,
Alright, so
we
I'm gonna
can
do
do that, I
ending
think.
one more
You
time.
want us to sing a Christmas Carol?
You should end by
I see a
singing.
puppet if you want to
something
sing.
like, Merry Christmas to you! And I can be like, woohoo! Because
Yeah.
I'm really bad at singing, and I
That
went
was
to school for
perfect.
singing.
I don't know what you're talking
No.
about. That was exactly
I was
what we
useful.
needed.
Thank you. I
Add a little
worked
beat
really
behind
hard.
it.
You know, why not?
Remember that
You know,
Christmas trap?
Yeah. Christmas trap music, y'all. If you're watching this stream, I have been sharing this with everybody on Spotify. Oh, on Spotify, I'm so excited right now. I have curated for you,
Oh no.
just for you, a Christmas trap music, and it's called Puppets Christmas Beats 2021. And I highly recommend that all of you go listen to this playlist because it is fire.
Fire.
I will post, don't you worry. I'm going to post a link to this playlist for you in the chat because it's just a gift to the world. So there you go. Okay. Enough distractions. I'm sorry.
No problem. All right, and we're going back in. All right, and 3, 2, 1. And I hope every single one of you has a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas. Yeah, that thing. Happy Kwanzaa, happy not having to work or getting time and a half. I just hope you have a wonderful holiday season from Game Raven.
Happy holiday.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And until next time, goodbye. Puppet sings.
Game Raven. I like when Martha goes, "Are you game?
Are you gay?
Are you gay?"
Maybe.
Huh?
110%. What's up?
110.
I do like it. Like someone was like in an existential crisis. It's like, wait, am I gay? Like, I think I've been opened up by Game Raven. I found something new about myself today because this podcast is so amazing and wonderful.
I mean,
Yes.
there's never a wrong time for questioning.
Hey, amen.
You gotta find
yes.
yourself, bro. Find yourself.
Yes.
Find
Yeah.
yourself.
Mhm.
Those on stream, find yourself.
Find yourself.
Exactly.
Also, PSA, ask your friends their pronouns, even if you've known them forever.
Yep, that is a smart pro tip. Floki, what do you want?
Rude.
She's like
Yeah, my
yelling
cat.
at me, and
Oh, I saw her for a minute.
yeah, she's gonna come on my lap.
My
There we
cat
go.
straight up knocked everything over on my desk. I'm not even
I
kidding.
saw, when I was like talking
As
about
you
my
do.
games,
Yeah.
I was like, no, I almost want to comment on this, but
Yeah, it was frightening. So I think it was him throwing a tantrum that I'm not like sitting in my bed reading The Witcher with him. So
Like, look at me. Look
Yes.
at me.
you watched The
embrace
Witcher
me.
2, season 2.
I have not
I
watched it yet.
forgot that
so-
thing came
I mean,
out.
I would say no spoilers, but I've already read through the books, so there's not really any spoilers.
And those books aren't the same.
Really? Oh, they don't stick to the books?
Probably not.
They stick to the books, but not the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are doing them off of the books because my love, Henry Cavill,
All right.
is all over the books. So apparently he's
Yeah.
like
He's a big
an
nerd.
I can't talk anymore, it's been too long. Encyclopedia, and he will reference pages in the books while they're on set. So
Of course they will.
He almost
he's a
had
big
a
nerd.
action career-ending injury on the set of The Witcher season 2.
No. don't be
But it didn't. But he
stupid.
didn't. He didn't. It didn't. But he almost did.
wait, what happened?
Something about his hamstring. Pulled a hammy. He talks about it. I just like saw a headline about it.
Fuck it
He
off.
does talk about it on a show or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because he does all of his choreography and like he just does too much.
Yeah.
He needs to.
He needs to stretch, is what he needs
Also-
to do. Stretch
also-
before and after.
I found this out today. Willem Dafoe almost refused to do Spider-Man No Way Home unless he was allowed to do his own action stunts. So
Yeah, you can see that.
cool.
The fights are good.
Cool.
Fights are good.
See,
Cool,
that dude's
man.
like
He's
rocking like
amazing.
60. I don't even know how old he is, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna do my own stunts. Champ.
Awesome.
Freaking champion.
He's he's shining
Wow.
light in this movie.
Shining light. But
Yeah.
no,
No spoilers.
there was
No
my
spoilers.
sister
No
actually mentioned too today. Like apparently, Henry was doing an interview with someone about like Witcher 2, and like they asked him like if you were to do another like adaptation, like what would you do? And he brought up like doing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I was like, interesting choice,
Huh.
Black Kitty.
Oh, Khaleesi, little chicken legs.
Yep.
Oh, we call her fart garbage sometimes because she likes garbage and she farts.
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
I just have a fat gray cat on me that's like very snuggled in.
I know my cat's mad at me.
What did you
So-
do?
I'm just still here with you guys and not paying attention to him.
Ah,
You know,
poor
it is
thing.
what it is. I know. I just deprive him of all love. Apparently.
How dare?
I know. How dare? How dare? Anyway, hey, we should all go to bed.
Good job, team.
Yeah.
I am going.
Oh,
Woo!
See you guys on
Craig's
Thursday.
gone.
Craig is gone.
Finally.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye,
Yes,
everyone. Bye on
thanks for
stream.
watching.
Bye.